Hello everyone and welcome to the Utopia of Nerd News. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Adam.
And today we've got some awesome news like we do every weekend. What do you got for games?
Well, to start out the video games, just the first thing, I guess kind of a little follow-up on last week. Obviously we're going to be getting a lot of rumors here before E3 on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yes.
We have some different pricing come out for different retail companies because they want to get their stuff ready for pre-release and stuff.
Right.
Or pre-orders. And Amazon UK posted them both at £600 or $912.
That's a lot of money.
Amazon Germany posted them at €600, which is $781. And Zabi posted £400, which is $607. These aren't official numbers, obviously. Hopefully they're a lot lower.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
At those kind of prices, why would you not just get a really good gaming PC? I mean...
That's what I would do. I'd become a PC gamer. Right
yeah,
there.
I don't see the point. Unless, you know, for a few exclusives like the Final Fantasy and the Disgaea or whatever, Halo.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nintendo and Sega have announced a deal to release 3 exclusive Nintendo titles of Sonic games. We know details on 2 of them right now, not a ton of details, but we know some details. The first one is Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games, which is just another one into that franchise. I think there's been 1, maybe 2. I don't pay that much attention to those.
The Olympic ones?
Yeah.
Oh, there's tons.
The Mario and Sonic?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been doing it for a while.
It's another one of those. So they're just mini games, I think, right?
I think it's pretty much just like you're at the Olympics with Sonic and Mario, and it's like...
Who's going to win in a race between Sonic and Mario?
Not the plumber.
Who's going to win the high jump?
Bowser.
Yeah. Whatever. Throw a link in and maybe we'll talk.
Yeah.
And the other one is probably the more interesting ones to actual Sonic fans. This one is called Sonic Lost World. It'll be on the Wii U and the 3DS, and we know it's going to be an action-adventure platformer game. Maybe it's going back to the kind of old roots of Sonic, kind of like Sonic Generations was.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that would be cool. That'd be cool. Hopefully it's like that, and it's not like a 3D running around world.
Yeah. I'm glad they decided to put it on the 3DS, you know, not just the Wii U, because then I get the privilege of, you know, maybe playing it, but also, you know, if people don't have Wii U's, they can, and they have 3DS's, then, you know.
And again, there's going to be one more Sonic game, but there's no details out on it so far. Nintendo and Best Buy have actually made a deal, this is a really, really cool one, and I can easily see this becoming a popular thing, and I hope it does.
Okay.
You know, back we mentioned Nintendo isn't going to be doing as much for E3 and things?
Right.
But one thing they will be doing is, I think, just tons of locations around the United States are going, different Best Buy locations, are going to get the demos that people play at conventions like E3. And you can play them. They will be playable on June 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. and June 15th from 1 to 5 p.m. on all the locations.
That's cool.
We don't know the games for sure. You can speculate. You know, we know there's going to be a Mario game for the Wii U in October, roughly. Maybe one of the Sonic games. I don't think the new Zelda game is going to be far enough in, but maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Still really cool.
That is. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I would love it if Microsoft and Sony started doing things like that too. So then more people can play those without having to go all the way to Los Angeles. Because that's a long way for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And our last little bit of video game news is Blizzard's kind of super MMO they've been working on for years now to be the replacement for WoW, codenamed Titan, has been kind of pushed back and will be kind of remade. They decided they're changing up what they're doing. They're moving people that were working on that to other projects. They're completely restarting it. It was kind of tentatively scheduled for a 2016 release, which will probably be even farther back now.
Yeah.
So, no idea what this means. Whether it's they just got like some brilliant new idea and they wanted to throw it in, or
technology changes.
It could have been that the game, they didn't like the direction it was going. It could have been a lot of things, but I'm okay with this because we know if there's one company out there that can do a really good MMO, it's Blizzard. Right? I mean, so just let them do what they do.
Do what you do, Blizzard.
Take your time, make a good one. Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
So moving on from video games to movies, the first one is we have a couple new actors for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
I'm so excited. Who are they?
First off, let me just say, I love the hodgepodge mixture of people they're getting for all these roles. Like, nobody, like, makes sense, right? And it's awesome. I love it. The first one is Glenn Close.
No idea who that is. But
Well, you'd recognize her face. She's an
okay.
she's an older lady. She's been in a lot of movies. She will be playing the leader of the Nova Corps group, which there were rumors floating about that they were going to be doing the Nova Corps, and this is obviously confirming it.
That's sweet.
So they're going to be part of it, and they said she's going to be kind of like a Nick Fury type role for the outer space stuff, where she's kind of the leader.
Okay.
Of everybody. So all right, that's cool.
That is cool.
The next one I think you're going to be really excited for. An actress named Karen Gillan.
Oh my gosh, Doctor Who!
Or Amy Pond from Doctor Who.
Yeah!
Was signed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy as a villain.
Oh my gosh, who is she?
We don't know.
We don't know.
All we know is she's going to be a villain. Female villain. And not the main villain, but we don't know how many villains there's going to be because we know there's a lot of heroes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're almost trying to forge just like a separate Marvel entity. Like, there's all the stuff happening on Earth and Asgard, I suppose, is kind of connected with both. And they kind of want this to be kind of its own separate branch, so that's why there's so many and so much. We don't know maybe if they're planning on, like, sequeling out Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We don't know a lot of stuff yet.
I would be fine with that.
And another one, there's a rumor for kind of an unknown role. Some people have speculated like another either Nova Corps soldier or some kind of like emissary from S.H.I.E.L.D., which would be, the actor rumored is John C. Reilly.
Interesting choice, but
Don't you love the hodgepodge? Like,
yes.
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
But I like John C. Reilly. It's cool.
I'm gonna wreck it.
If it happens to be, you know, because it's just a rumor right now, but if it happens to be, you know.
And there's one more rumored character.
Oh gosh.
This one is a character that's throwing his name into the gauntlet for the Rocket Raccoon. We've had rumors of Jim Carrey.
Oh no.
We've had rumors of Adam Sandler. But this new person seems to be the strong favorite. And a lot of people really are hoping this happens.
Who is it?
David Tennant.
Oh my gosh, yes! That's what I was crossing my fingers for. Ah,
David Tennant
so
is Rocket
exciting.
Raccoon. There's some like fan Facebook pages that have confirmed it, but nobody's actually confirmed it yet. But it's a really strong rumor that David Tennant's going to be Rocket Raccoon. I can see him doing the over-the-top cartoony raccoon with giant guns blowing people up very well. Much better than I could Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I think they would have thrown them in maybe for the name value sake. But David Tennant's got kind of like a hardcore following. And I think he would just do the role better.
Oh my
gosh.
He's
He's a better actor than both of them. He's more over the top than both of them.
Yeah, he's got a lot of charisma and
and you would need it for that kind of a role.
Yes.
It's a raccoon that blows people up.
Yep.
And moving away from Guardians of the Galaxy, finally, after 4 actors, the new Blade Runner movie finally has a screenwriter, and it is a writer by the name of Michael Green. That's not going to ring any bells for you.
Nope.
There's a lot of people not excited in the slightest about this. This is the guy who wrote the screenplay for Green Lantern.
Oh.
And, I don't know, just a lot of other things that just didn't do that well with the writing. So it's kind of a letdown for a lot of people. We do know that Ridley Scott's going to come back to do that. So it could be another Prometheus where you have a great director and kind of on the writing, but he can help try and overshadow some of the writing with his amazing directing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would have liked to see a good writer go with a good director to make a really great movie. They don't know exactly if this movie is going to be a prequel or sequel, but Ridley Scott did say that he wanted Harrison Ford back, so probably a sequel.
That's cool.
Lionsgate is in talks with Jackie Chan, Wesley Snipes, Nicolas Cage, and Mila Jovovich to be in Expendables 3.
Oh my god.
Let me say those names again. Jackie Chan. We all kind of knew he was the first guy, like right after Expendables 2. He was kind of in talks to be in Expendables 2. Didn't work out because of scheduling, so it's not too surprising there. Wesley Snipes has been rumored for a while. Nicolas Cage kind of been rumored for a while, and the most out of nowhere is the Mila Jovovich. But yeah, that's expendable stuff. Next one is, you know those internet meme or kind of pictures? There's quite a few of them out there. The Grumpy Cat.
Grumpy Cat, yeah.
He's getting his own movie.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
What?
I wish I was.
Grumpy Cat movie?
That sounds really
No.
good. It sounds so bad.
It's cool on a meme, not in a movie.
So, let's talk about some trailers that came out.
Yes.
The first one for the second Percy Jackson movie, Percy Jackson Sea of Monsters.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't seen the first one. I've tried to watch it. Unfortunately, I could not make it all the way through. But perhaps I will try again. I think we'll both agree that the best part of that was Nathan Fillion.
You know, they already showed my reason for watching the movie in the trailer. So, and by far, he was immediately like the show stealer on the trailer. That's all I can really recall in a good light.
Yep.
Was his few brief moments. It kind of seems like a Harry Potter knockoff in a way with the car and... Yeah. I understand it's a kid's book and they're all kind of done in that same fashion, but to me it just kind of felt like that. Neither of us have read the books. If you've read the books, maybe you're more excited. You're like, oh, those are my favorite characters from the books or whatever. But from just a strict movie point of view, for little kids, it just goes in the long line of movies that ruin Greek mythology, which have better stories than all the movies that they ruin, and it pisses me off. I can't play the God of War games because of it. Can't watch these movies because they make me mad. I can't watch the Wrath of Titans movies because they make me mad. I can't do this stuff. It messes with me. Just do the actual stories, which are 10 times better. Off my soapbox. The next one is for Machete Kills. This is another sequel.
No, this one was horrible.
This one is, if you're not familiar with this movie franchise, the Machete obviously originally came from the Grindhouse kind of mini trailers, and it was popular, so they made the first movie. Now they're making a second movie off it. They're just kind of an over-the-top, not to be taken seriously action movies, and they just clump a bunch of mixture of names together. Not quite as well as the Guardians of the Galaxy was, but Lady Gaga's in this one.
Mel Gibson.
Charlie
Sheen.
Yeah, just a lot of whatever. I'm not all that excited. I watched the first one and I was losing interest and got on my laptop halfway through. I'm not excited. I'm not going to watch it. I don't think you're planning to either. Moving on. Our last one is kind of a movie that's come out of nowhere over the last couple days. A movie called Prisoners with Hugh Jackman. It looks really good.
It does.
It looks really good. I wish the trailer didn't show some of the things it showed at the end, because I would have liked a bit more mystery going into it. But it seemed really intense.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good, like, drama kind of intense.
Yeah.
Wolverine's not using his claws, but it looks good. It looks good. Check it out. They'll all be in the information down below.
Yes.
And we've got a few little things in the TV realm. The first one is Hannibal was kind of getting not quite the ratings that they were hoping for. And they were kind of going off and on whether it's going to have a season 2 or not. They came out and said it will have a season 2. So,
cool.
Yeah. The Venture Brothers is returning to Adult Swim this Sunday. Are you a fan of the Venture Brothers?
I don't think I've ever actually watched it, so...
I liked the early ones. The first season I thought was really funny. There's still some jokes that I kind of have in my head from it, but I really felt like it kind of got dumbed down over time. But having maybe a layoff, maybe it's worth watching.
Maybe.
Because they had more time to write stuff. And
think of good comedical things.
Right. They didn't just get stale. And in our last one, Stephen Amell, the actor for Arrow that plays Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, he was interviewed and by a group on IGN, and he was asked about different questions on different heroes and stuff coming in, and he kind of confirmed in a way that one, Deathstroke will probably be back as more of a reoccurring role than just in the flashbacks. And he really said that they're expanding on the DC universe inside of the Arrow TV series.
Cool.
So that's cool. We could see new heroes, things like that. Cool, you know?
Yeah.
That's it for my news. I will let you move on to anime and other...
Yay, anime news. We've talked about this before. The Everyday Tales of a Cat God. It is coming out this Tuesday. How exciting. June 4th. It will be a 2-disc Blu-ray set. It'll have 12 episodes plus 1 OVA, which is cool. You get 13 episodes altogether if you get it. It is in Japanese voicing, but it has English subtitles, so that's awesome too. If you get it, there are bonuses with it. You get clean openings and endings for each episode. There are 7 mini episodes that are a bonus. The premium box with the bonus item is a 32-page hardcover art book. So, yeah, it's really exciting. And we took a look at the trailer, and what did you think about it?
I fear the way it is, because I haven't seen the show or anything. I shouldn't say I fear, but it seemed kind of like a little bit maybe based towards kids, more so than adults. You can't tell for sure, because they don't say a ton of jokes, and it could go either way. I don't know. It just, I guess it didn't overly appeal to me, but it was just a trailer, and they didn't show a whole lot. I don't know. The comedy in it, though, like, some of it was alright, but I don't know, just the whole feeling of it, I just felt like it was aimed maybe towards kids or girls. So...
It's one of those adorable little animes. It's kind of a teen-rated, I do believe. But, yeah, it's just adorableness is probably, like you said, towards girls or maybe kids. I don't know.
Well, because it's another one of those shows that has that kind of typical, there's one boy and a bunch of girls. I don't know if Harem's in it or not, but there was like one boy and a ton of girls in that trailer. Moving
on, so there are a couple animes that are getting English dubs, which is exciting, right? One I will not watch at all is High School D&D, which is not an anime for the kiddies. I will say that. But Funimation acquired it back in January, and the trailer came out last week, but they came out with the cast this just this week. So, yeah, what did you think?
Honestly, I remember I tried to watch the Japanese version forever ago, and I didn't make it through the first episode. But I'm not gonna lie, I laughed pretty good twice during this trailer. It could just be a trailer, because trailers are tricky business. But I laughed pretty hard twice during this trailer, and you laughed too, regardless of what you're saying.
Oh my goodness.
The voice acting actually seemed to be pretty good. It didn't seem bad. They seemed to do a good job with the voice acting, but that's not too surprising, even though it's a really adult comedy.
Yes.
Very adult. There's going to be a lot of boob jokes, women with oversized breasts. I believe there's nudity.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nudity. Yep. Very adult. Don't watch this, or don't let younger people watch this.
Yeah, don't.
But if you like adult comedy, I'd say check it out, because it did seem to be pretty good for that aspect. Or if you're a big fan of giant pillow boobs.
The other anime that got a dub, which looks fantastic. It looks really awesome. It's called Future Diary, and part 1 will be available on August 13th. And then the other part 2, will follow it shortly after in September, September 17th. And the trailer looks, it looks so good.
It looks really good. It's another one that's more of an adult base, not because of it's an adult comedy with boobs and whatnot.
No, lots of action.
A lot of action, a lot of blood. It seems to really lead towards it might have a pretty deep story with kind of some emotional turns. I love the art style, with the exception of kind of the Overlord guy. I didn't like the way he looked, and that was kind of bugging me, but that was the only thing I disliked. I really loved the voice acting in the trailer. I'm really excited to watch this. I want to watch this. This looked really good. It was definitely the standout of the 3 anime.
So, Sentai Filmworks licensed Leviathan, The Last Defense, and kind of a teaser about it is, can 3 lone girls turn the tide of an alien invasion? This anime came out of, it's based on a new mobile game in Japan. So they...
Wait. So it's based off the game. It's not a mobile game based off.
No, the anime is based off of the mobile game.
Okay. You're losing me.
It's called Gree in Japan. But yeah, that's a thing.
Nope.
In my last bit of anime news, which is kind of sad, but it could be a good thing. We have talked about Attack on Titan before, and how they've kind of been a little bit of a disappointment because of those episodes that, you know, didn't pop up, or you didn't get all of your episode. But Attack on Titan has been delayed for 4 months. Instead of a DVD bundle with the 11th limited edition manga, which was supposed to come out on August 9th, it is going to come out with the 12th limited edition manga in December. And that's just for the quality. So...
They need to really get their stuff together with that, because that anime is like the hottest anime out right now. Everyone that I've ever heard with anime stuff is talking about it, whether they really liked it or they were a little bit disappointed or whatever. It's the anime everyone's talking about. They need to really get on that, because that's where the money's at. Yeah,
they really need to get themselves organized, and I mean, at least they're waiting, you know, to get it out on DVD. They're like, you know, we're trying, but come on, guys.
You gotta get on that. When you have the hottest anime out, you gotta do it right.
Yeah. So that's it for my anime news. There's a lot going on there. It's time for some book news. Woo. So, Godzilla. Okay. Half-Century War by James Stokoe. It's a comic. It's coming out June 4th, Tuesday. So... yeah, it's coming out. There wasn't a lot in the description about it, but from reviewers, there was a couple of reviewers. It has good reviews, and they praised the author's work. So, if you are a Godzilla fan, this might be a comic for you. Moving on, Batman Noir. Eduardo Riso, the deluxe edition, comes out June 4th as well. It includes tales from a variety of Batman projects. It collects Batman number 620 to 625, Flashpoint Batman, Night of Vengeance 1 through 3, stories from Wednesday Comics 1 through 12, and Batman Gotham Knights number 8. So it's just an overall collection. It's a hardcover, I do believe, of a bunch of Batman comics and Batman Noir. So that's cool.
Yeah.
For the last part of my book news, this is the 5th book, I do believe, in this series. 4th or 5th. I'm pretty sure it's the 5th, though. But it sounds interesting. It's called Burdens of the Dead, and it's from the book series Heirs of Alexandria, and it's by Mercedes Lackey. It is a sequel to Much Fall of Blood, which is book 4 in the Heirs of Alexandria series. Civilization at the crossroads in an alternate Renaissance where magic works. A captain of Italian forces must deal with gods, goddesses, and warfare in order to save his daughter at the siege of Constantinople and prevent a new dark age.
Interesting. That sounds interesting, depending on whether or not they use the Greek/Roman gods and butcher them again. That would be my dividing line for that.
But it does seem like it has a very interesting premise for the book.
It does.
Like I said, I think it's the 5th in the series, so maybe it's a book series I will pick up and try to read. Who knows?
Sounds like one I might want to read.
Yeah.
Depending on if they screw the gods over again.
I'll read it and let you know.
Okay.
But that's all I have for my book news. So yeah.
So, if you want to watch any of the 6 trailers we had, they will be in the information down below. You can feel free to check those out and leave a comment and tell us what you think of those.
Yeah.
This week, Sarah will be having an anime review for
Squid Girl.
For Squid Girl. And up there is the subscribe button. And over there is the mystery box. Make sure to check it out because it's always the best part of our show.
Yeah, it's the best.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya!